There are two kinds of people in the world, my friend. Those with a rope around their neck and the people who have the job of doing the cutting. Listen, the neck at the end of the rope is mine. I run the risks.
Desert Sky Spine and Pain brings to you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Desert Sky Spine and Pain, where they're focused on your function.
Two can dig a lot quicker than one.
You are rocking with Spears and Ali on ESPN Tucson, 1490 AM, and the Spears and Ali podcast. Check us out on Apple, Spotify, subscribe, rate, and comment, and also check out the Spears and Ali YouTube page. This is now time for the good, the bad, and the ugly, presented by Desert Sky Spine and Pain. Ali, it's been a while since we've done one of these, so the floor is yours, my friend. What is your good, bad, and the ugly from the sports weekend?
Oh, it feels so good to be back. It's like a little nippy weather outside. You put on your favorite sweater. It's just all comforting and warm. That's how I feel right now. I don't want to hug though. So here's my good. And we watched an excellent basketball game Saturday against Arizona BYU. The shot making was great. BYU played amazing. Some of the shots BYU made with the shot clock going down, just I don't know how it went in. And a lot of intensity in the game. The team's going back and forth. BYU's largest lead was 8. Arizona was 5. It was back, forth, and nobody could really separate. So I really enjoyed the basketball game, and I enjoyed Tommy Lloyd just seems to know what to say after a game, even as intense as that. And I love what Tommy had to say after the game. That's my good.
It's a bad call. I mean, whatever. What am I going to say? I mean, you hate for a game to be decided by that. I mean, Trey, I feel horrible for him. The guy didn't play in the second half. I tightened the rotation. He played good defense. Guy's pivoting, throws his shoulder at him, throws up a shot and falls down. It's a foul with 2 seconds to go. I mean, listen, it's the Big 12. That's what I'm told. And the guy who called it's one of the best refs. So, we got to live with it. But step back. They scored 93 points up to that point on our home court. That's the problem. That's the problem. Me and my staff and our players, that's the problem, not the officials. It would have been great to steal a victory, if they don't call that, but still don't put yourself in that position. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Accountability.
That's the problem. In that game, it would have been great, like you said, great to steal one at home. But anybody who says Arizona deserved to win that game, you're a little bit too much in your fandom. Arizona didn't deserve to win that game.
Yeah.
We did not deserve to lose like that. But the 93 points was the problem. And I think Tommy said it all. He said it perfectly, except for one part about that guy's one of the best officials. So we'll get to that. Here's my bad. My bad is this, man. There are just certain people that just know how to put the knife in at the best, most opportune times.
Oh, no.
And nobody better than that than our colleague, Justin Spears. Drew. Justin is got an ability, sometimes unknowingly, to be the most passive-aggressively troll person in the social media universe.
Yeah.
So Saturday afternoon, he decides it's a good time to let everybody know the last time BYU played at Arizona, a gentleman by the name of Jimmer Fredette put 49 on us. We lost by 30.
Yep.
And cool. That's true. But it's also akin to this. If you go to a bar with your buddies and one of your buddies, the last time he was in that bar, he had noticed that his girlfriend was making out with somebody else. maybe not the time to be like, hey, you know what? The last time we were at this bar, wasn't your girlfriend making out with that dude in the corner?
Yeah. That's the old Justin Spears salt shaker.
No. I'm not trolling you.
No way.
I'm not trolling you.
Shaker.
It's a fact. I'm just saying the last time we were here, your girlfriend was making out with a complete stranger.
No, it'd be more like a girl that I was talking to for a week. Because that Arizona team, that clip that I shared, Jimmer Fredette went off for 49 points against an Arizona team that was 16-15 in the regular season, and they didn't even make the NCAA tournament. If you guys are upset over a team that didn't even make the NCAA tournament, come on, man.
It's just It's just like, I'm feeling good. Justin, I'm back on my feet. We're going out with my buddies. My mojo's good. My jujune is good. I'm ready. Confidence is at all-time high. Oh, yeah, man. Remember last time we were here?
I did.
In the corner. She made, okay, so what you're saying is like she wasn't really beautiful. She was just like mid.
No,
She's still
not
making
even.
out with another dude.
Not
She
even.
was still
Like, it'd be like, I didn't have a connection with her. That wasn't my girlfriend. I was just talking to her. Now, if I shared like the Illinois clip in 2005 of Arizona blowing a 15-point lead with 4 minutes left, if I shared the Sam Decker, Frank Kaminsky, Wisconsin teams beating Arizona, like that would be.
Which you did at those times.
No,
Yes.
I didn't share. I mean, we talked about it,
did.
but I didn't share any of the clips.
I didn't
Come
know.
on now.
I didn't know if you could make it worse and be even more of a troll. But now that you brought Illinois, Wisconsin,
No,
in,
I'm saying I didn't bring that up.
Okay,
I didn't bring it
I'm
up.
just saying the
That'd be
number
like
one.
texting a Steelers fan who day after a loss, Justin.
Yeah. I just like it's just unnecessary. Okay.
All right, my bad.
Number
my
one
bad.
comment you got on that thread was why?
Yeah, so many people were upset. I'm like, yo, I'm sorry. I was there when I saw Jimmer go off for 49. It was special. Sometimes you just got to chalk it up to a guy just playing well, really well. So well that he broke the McHale Center scoring record.
Sometimes it's just better not to say anything, Justin.
All right,
that sports term.
yeah,
FOMO.
you're right.
There's
You're right.
And you were on vacation, so
You're right.
It's even better.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's just like he just keeps telling you why it's factual and like okay. Anyway,
Anyways,
your defense is heard and you're overruled. So my ugly is that it's really hard to officiate games. I've been an umpire when I was in high school. Parents yelling at me. I just know it's hard when you do it at the youth level, the high school level. Like, just lay off the officials. They're trying. It's a very hard job.
hold on, before you continue, you're an umpire.
Yes.
Can I hear your ball and strike call?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
Ha! It was just like, huh! That's my strike call.
All right.
And my ball call was ball. Interesting story in the championship game where I called a guy out for tagging third too early, leaving third base too early, and it was the end of the game. So talk about controversial endings.
Man.
Yeah,
So you've been there.
People want to fight me. Oh, he left third base too early. What do you mean to do? But Tony Padilla, I've been on the court. I've seen this gentleman referee a game, and there is nobody that is more thin-skinned and more attuned to everything that's being said on the bench. I mean, I think somebody in the crowd behind the bench, one game I was sitting on the floor, said, "Stop cheating." And he went to the bench. He goes, "You say that again, I'm going to give you guys a technical." And they're like, "We didn't say anything." He's like, "You said I'm cheating. I'm not cheating." It was like, "Oh, no, dude, it was the guy in the third row." First of all, when you make things all about yourself and you walk around the court with your chest puffed out all the time, you're making yourself part of the game that you don't need to as an official. So just officiate the game. You need to be the guy that we don't even notice if you're doing your job right. And Tony Padilla is just one of those guys that's just obnoxiously sensitive and thinks everybody came to see Tony Padilla at the game. He is my least favorite official, both in the Pac-12, now in the Big 12. I don't care how many games he's officiated in the last 7 days. You know, if you can't do the job right, then don't be there. Tony Padilla, you're the worst official I've ever seen. You're thin-skinned. And I think Padilla is actually a bad word for sugar honey iced tea in another language, because I've heard people say, "Oh, did you see the bathroom? Somebody didn't flush their Padilla." I've actually heard that before. Tony Padilla, like, grow a pair of cojones. Like, stop being so sensitive. And you don't make that call because it wasn't a foul. But the position you were in, 45 feet away, while there was a guy right underneath the basket that didn't call it, you just interjected yourself in the game, and you made a call that was not your call to make. You did it the play before when you didn't call the and one on when Caleb Love scored that layup. Stop making yourself part of the game. Stop being a piece of Padilla.
All right, here's my good, bad, and the ugly. Rock solid, man.
Thank you.
Rock solid. All right, so my good, Andrew, you'll appreciate this.
Oh, yeah?
Hockey.
Yeah, it's very good.
Anyway,
let's move on.
I know you're a big time hockey fan.
I am.
You're a passionate Las Vegas Golden Knights fan, and I know you enjoyed that Four Nations face-off.
I did, man.
With Canada, Finland, Sweden, and the United States. It ended with Canada beating the United States 3-2 in overtime. Now, listen, I wasn't dialed in like a lot of people were, but watching it from afar and studying it, I think the NBA could learn something from the NHL.
You mean making an entertaining thing to put on in the middle of February?
Exactly. The passion that each player had for their country, you could feel it. You could feel it with people watching it too. Mm-hmm. And so the NHL, job well done. The Four Nations face off. You guys got it right. All-Star weekend for you guys. I think the NHL has the best All-Star weekend in professional sports after that. Good stuff there. All right. But how about, Canada's so good at hockey.
Did you know Sidney
Why- why
Crosby
don't-
has more gold medals for Canada than the U.S. ever has had?
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Because it's a different country.
Yeah. Well, the third period and overtime were awesome. Sorry to interject, but I was actually going to FaceTime you that I'm actually watching. And
Yeah, I
hockey?
didn't believe you.
and I enjoyed it.
But it's Canada's so good at hockey. How come no Canadian team has won a Stanley Cup since 1993?
Because
right?
all the Canadians are playing in America.
Okay, yeah. It's crazy. I'm like, these Canadian teams, they need to get some homegrown talent. Get those guys. All right, so that's my good is the sport of hockey. All-Star Weekend, what they do is fantastic. My bad is the Phoenix Suns. They lost to a 17-win Toronto Raptors team. This team is very confusing because on paper, you feel like they should be a top 8 seed in the Western Conference, but here they are sitting at 11th.
Started at 8-1, and they are 18-29 since.
Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, they combined for 61 points in that game, and they still lost to the bad Raptors. Can you name anybody on the Toronto Raptors?
Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes,
Oh, good for you.
RJ Barrett.
Grady Dick? Yeah, okay. You know ball.
Point obliterated.
You know ball. But anyways, the Toronto Raptors are a bad team this year. You don't lose to the Toronto Raptors. And the Phoenix Suns right now, it's really bad for them. So confusing team. They are my bad. And the ugly, ASU's BJ Freeman. He got kicked off the team. He's been ejected in 3 games this season, including the one against Arizona in which he headbutted Caleb Love. And now he is officially off the team. He is ASU's leading scorer, and he's no longer with the Sun Devils. So it's all bad right now with Bobby Hurley.
You can
and
say,
company.
the age-old adage, BJ sucks.
I guess.
I've
man.
never said that. And I completely disagree.
All right, so that is the good, the bad, and the ugly, presented by Desert Sky Spine and Pain. Check them out at desertskymedicine.com.
I've never get married again. That's
We appreciate you guys for listening and also watching this segment on YouTube. Stick around. We got more Spears and Ali coming up next.